Hey guys, just adjust a couple of things, lowering the audio here. Amazing. What's good? Happy Friday, happy Valentine's Day. Excited. Today I will be building the filtering, which is bread and butter of any data access. You always want to access a slice of the data. So today we'll be doing that, and we'll be looking at using drizzle. We're also going to be looking a lot at UI code to build the filter component. Let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do is, as you see here, I actually lost a lot of the connections to the UI. There's an issue, trpc no such column name sorting. It's because I changed it manually. It's been a bit painful working with some of the features from Drizzle. So for example, migrations have not worked perfectly. In their documentation here, Drizzle migrations. So I was using this push command, which is this option where you have the data here and you just pull it and push it. But I think there's a folder or something, the .drizzle folder that I deleted that had some data that now is making this completely broken. So I'm gonna try give this one more shot because I want it to actually go to using, move to using, what's it called? A schemaless database. But I think I don't need to do that. So I'm gonna try to run this. So let's see. So we have a command here that we've added in the past called db push, but I think we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do the following. We need the following. Yeah, this is the code that we need to run. It's funny that people are now putting top level awaits. I don't think you can actually do that yet. Also, are these people shipping? Are we shipping here like 4 days ago? Remove React from peer depths, okay. They just, there's a new release. What is this new release? Okay, great. SQL Builder. Okay, that's amazing. So that's still pretty supported. I just haven't seen this increase. Yeah, I haven't seen this increase. It seems like they still have a couple of things to get to V1. It's gonna take a while, but oh well. So nope. Yeah, this is what we want to do. So we're gonna run this command. npm run. No, just npx. Let's see. And then there's some meta. Yeah, that's the problem. I think I might actually have to drop every single entry in my database. I don't know, though. Let's see, let's read a bit. So that's a code first approach, you have your TypeScript drizzle schema, the source of truth, and drizzle lets you generate SQL migrations files based on your schema changes, and then you can apply them during runtime. This approach is widely used for monolithic applications when you apply the database during zero downtime deployment and roll back DDL changes if something fails. This is also used in serverless deployments with migrations running custom resources once during the deployment process. Okay. Yep. So let's see if that works. Yeah, I don't know if we can name these things. It's kind of interesting because I want to have a database schema in my own drizzle to output the SQL representation of it, and I will apply them via Atlas. Atlas, I think, is their offering that actually makes money. Or what is this? Atlas manage your database schema as code. Trusted by engineers. Okay, no, this is something else. Alright, so we generated this and then we need to run the migrations. So let's see how we run the migration. So I think I have some code here on Drizzle. And I'm just gonna run the migration command. I don't know if I can change migration folders Drizzle. Let's see if this works. I'm not too sure if it will. Let's take a look at what's happening. Data sources already exist. Yeah, I presume that this is a... So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to delete this table. I'm gonna actually have to delete the entire database. Oh my god. We added this in the wrong folder yesterday. By the way, I apologize if you watched the previous stream that you weren't able to see my screen, but that problem has been fixed. Alright, so let me delete these, and let me delete this, and the node modules at the top, and let me go into the app, and npm add duckdb. Is this what? Let me just double check. Let's see. Yeah. As by the way, made my day yesterday. Phenomenal. So now we don't have this problem. Okay. So we just need to use migrations moving forward. I'm gonna delete this guy, and I'm gonna run the migration one more time. Let's take a look. Migrations are applied. Great. Let's take a look at, so I have a command here, npm db preview. By the way, I think the font is too small for you guys, right? Yeah, this is a lot better. For me, I like the smaller one, but it's also because I'm... When is npm shipping this fucking thing? Super frustrating. Let's take a look, because I think the state.db is here. Okay, sweet. So they have my data, but they didn't apply it. succeed. Okay. So if this happens, we basically have a data file corruption, right? So we're going to need to open this file from scratch. And so this is the file I've been using, this 47 MB. I loaded, it works beautifully. Let's hide the population. Amazing. And what I didn't show you yesterday that is actually insane is if I can sort on country. This didn't work, but it's possibly because the set part is not working. So let's take a look here. That part worked. There were two set calls. So this one was for the columns, and then this one passed the sort by array, which obviously is not going to work. I'm surprised that the backend accepted it. So let's see what happened. So when we go into our implementation here, yeah. I just didn't want to have to deal with Zod being so annoying. I wonder if you can just say extend. Can you just do Z? Well, it worked with the other case. What if you just extend with Z.record? No, that doesn't work. What does this catch-all thing do? Catch-all Zod. So what this does is oh, this is also interesting. What is this pass through? So pass through is it during object construction, schema construction? I don't think so. So it's during parsing. It's during parsing. It already says so. So catch all is exactly what we need. Okay, this is perfect. So we just are passing the wrong data, I think. I'm just surprised that didn't throw an error in the background. Yeah, it didn't actually affect it. So let's see why or who's sending the global state, the sort by. Yep, this is the problem. We need to pass sorting. There we go. So now, if I try to Interesting. What are we getting back in the metadata? It's an empty array because that's the default from my schema, which is phenomenal. But then, there we go. This is exactly what I wanted to show you yesterday. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Region is a little smaller. Just make it this much. Yeah, keep these the longest. And I think actually I'm gonna take the region here. And let's see, let me add another sort. C is so fast. So fast. The only part that has a little bit of delay is when you seek into the file, but I think that's expected. And like I said yesterday, it's not a common use case, in my opinion. Caching is amazing. The fact that once you've loaded something. Okay, so we're doing pretty well here. For whatever reason, these were gone, I think, in my older streams. I need to go back. Need a hotkey of escape to close this. So migrations work, and this is migrations work. So migrate, we need to just do migrate. Let me make sure that this is the right command. And I believe it's this. No, it's generate. You can pass a custom name. Yeah, and I have the drizzle folder. We're gonna actually have to ship this as part of our package, which is right now .get ignored, so something to think about if we'll need to keep it. So let's see. So I'll need to generate. Okay. Yeah, it might make more sense to have that as part of the migrations folder. Let's see, so Not sure. So migrations folder, we would have to bundle it in. Totally fine, because I can install externals and I can just copy all that stuff in. So it's pretty simple for me. I think we just need for my drizzle config here to outline that the migrations should go into a migrations folder. That's okay. We'll just ungit ignore, I think, drizzle, because I have that get ignored right now. Cool. So what we're gonna do is post install. We're gonna need to move them in there. I'm not gonna worry about that right now, but gonna be something we do in the future. So for now, let's just review all our changes here. So we move to DuckDB. We renamed the variables. This was necessary. Apparently, everything needs to be a two-string. Can have that done in the backend, but why duplicate the for loop? You know, the browser is just as efficient, and you don't need to do it on the entire data set, anyways. This is fine because we added this list state, which I'm personally really excited about. I still need to think about the structure of our global state management, because there's a lot of duplication right now, and the state will, I think, solve that. It's just I need to figure out how we can have a single data fetching layer that is TRPC, but is also deduplicated. So that can be done in list state. I think it's better to have it done outside. I had Cursor generate an implementation for me yesterday. We'll just have to see. So let's commit this. So I think this is moving to DuckDB for querying and sorting. I think that's the big change. All right, next up. So let's review where we're at. So we used migration, so that's done. Now I want to start with this. So I think the stream that I recorded this got cut off, but let me show you what I mean. So I built this beautiful filter pane. And what I want to do today is I want to focus on getting that filter row implemented. So that's going to be in my components. And I actually think filtering is so complex that it probably will need its own folder. But for now, let's just do const filter row. There's an observer here. I'm gonna px this by 2, and I'm gonna add a filter row just so we can see what we're working with. Cool. I also want a PT2, and yeah, you already have the overflow for me. Nice. Nah, 2 is fine. Cool, so this is here. Now let's start filling it in. I thought I built this before, but whoa. Do not tap tap. Twitter bros. But the UI that we want to build is something like this. So I first need, let's just say this is going to be a grid. And it could be a grid. I'm not sure if it's better to have a grid of grids or a grid of flexes. Yeah, let's have this as a grid. So we have the UI that we want is something like this. Where, so this is going to have a where, or an and, or an or. We're focusing on just one. So you have the prefix of whatever this is, which we're calling it the condition. And here where a specific column, and then this is the, what do we call it? Logical expression. No, it's called the operator. Comparison operator. So this is the comparison operator. Or this comparison operator equals a specific value. Right? That is all what we need. So very cool. So in this case, it is a grid of and this is where I'm not sure about if it makes sense for it to be a grid, because these sizes are not equal at all. So and it's not even relational. You kind of want to have, I think it's better for it to be a flex. So let's just have this as a flex. Let's have items center. Might have a max width here. Probably of 400 pixels. And then I'm just gonna distribute the width accordingly. So first things first is this one is just gonna be called where in this case. And then I'm gonna have the drop down, so a little select. I'm not sure if we created a component called selector. Yeah, it just makes it a bit so this is the selector that we have. We're gonna pass some data. This guy's gonna take in here some columns. So global state dot columns. So we need the value is going to be the ID, and the label is going to be the title. Beautiful. So right section, I'm going to make this unstyled. And I'm actually going to copy from my sort pane a lot of the logic. For styling. I'll keep the right section for now. Allow deselect is false. It's true by default. Give a little nice transition. So that's the second part, comparison operator. So this is another selector. But this one is different. It's going to be like this, and then the value is going to be equal to the text input. So in a way, it depends on the type of data that we're looking to filter by, but let's say we do a text input. Can do something like this, and then the root still haven't changed the sizes. So this is what we're looking at. So nice. So this is actually not bad at all. And it has the nice country. Okay. Yeah, obviously this is the same thing that I would need to change. Cool. And this actually can be font bold. Something about lower. No. Alright. And we're gonna gap them. I think 4. And I think the first one should be, this bug is happening again. And this is only because, yeah, this one can be a lot smaller. So, so contains is a tricky one because you want to be very, very specific about what you mean. Are you saying that you're going to have a subset? Does it contain as a substring, or does it contain as you're going to provide a subset of values? So Yeah, I actually think that maybe you need to do something like this. That's like a regexy thing. Cool. Now, it would be nice for me, I'm gonna draw a border just so I can see. Nope. Border all around. And I'm gonna do a border red, 400, just so we can see what we're working with. So this is the entire space. This is the 400 pixels. I think 400 pixels is pretty small. I'm gonna expand it a bit to 600. So this is great. So this is the substring. This is equals. And like I said, I think now that we have these as I think we can make this a lot smaller. So let's make this width is 2 really. So 4 is so it is perfect for this, but we need to double it. The other thing is I'm gonna wanna and you're gonna wanna make this important. I also feel like the board, I don't know if it's because we have the red, it's like hard to see. But also the other thing too is like this gap, this consistent gap thing actually doesn't make much sense. Let's make this border a bit thicker. Yeah, that's a lot better. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say this is a PR tool. So it overflows, which is sweet. There is a bug for sure. I'm gonna remove the right section. And I'm gonna make this width is equal to 12. And let's see if I can say that the text is center. Nope. Well, you can here. I think the drop down can be a little bit bigger. Yeah, let me see if I can just pass it here and drop down. Yeah, let me just go into the selector and to go get something. Return null or none. So, and then I'm gonna, for this one, so we have 600 pixels. For this one, I'm gonna do 200 pixels. And I'm gonna gap it, P right. Nope. Either this. No, that's not what we want. Margin right, 2. There we go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way this works, I think. Do I look like a question mark? I think this can just take the rest, so we're then gonna say that this is a flex one. Let's see, nice. Don't you love when stuff just works? And now that I've seen this, I think a gap of 2 would be fine. And then this just needs a placeholder to say placeholder. And then this thing has a default value. You don't want to transition from... For now, let's just keep it as a default value. Same thing with the... My tab is completely broken. Yeah, I think that's what you want to do. No, don't say enter value. What's the operator in operator in stats? Element of, right? The epsilon that's or the E. No, hold on. Greek symbol for set theory element of. Yep, this guy. So we could do that. I like that a lot, and I like the fact that it's symbol based. Okay, if you haven't studied what's it called, stat theory or set theory, like, why are you using my tool? You know, I was just playing around. I think small works. Okay. Let's fix this issue. So it only happens when Okay, so we're doing pretty well. So we have the row, we have the data. Now, if I go back here, so render a simple row. So this one's kind of done. You can consider it done. And I think it looks pretty good. 600 pixels seems reasonable. What happens if I make this super small? Oh. Is this because my... You know what it is? It's probably my breakpoints. Because, let's see. Yeah, it has nothing to do with this. It's probably a breakpoint thing. So, let's see if we can have no breakpoints. You could just say breakpoint is 0, no breakpoint. I'm not sure if this is now gonna work. Yeah, this now works. All the way to... Okay, cool. So what I was saying is, what happens if you go beyond? Oh, it just starts compromising on... It's nice that it's compromising initially on the value. I think I would expect it to overflow. Yeah, I would expect it to overflow. But not overflow at that level. The thing is, you actually don't have it fixed. I think you need to set a minimum min width. So let's go. Here, we need a min width. Min width 200 probably. We have, what did we have this set as? 200. So in this case, actually, we're gonna overflow in the y direction. Sorry, in the x direction. I'm not too sure at what point. Width is full. So it's not overflowing. It's wild because I actually have this with the minimum width of 200, but I also have it to flex 1. Oh, let's see. Am I getting my scrolling? Oh, you also maybe max width the 600. What if you say min width is 600? Nope. Okay, that sounds like a bug that we should solve later. The other thing that I'm thinking of is it would almost be nice. So I am copying from Airtable. I can't open it right now. Airtable. Let's create another. Let me delete this one. Let's upload the file that we're looking at. Where is it? World, nope. Documents, downloads. Are you serious? Okay. Maybe just give me a slice of that data. That's crazy. Do I have another file that's easy to stream? Let's take a look at what this is. Yeah, this could work. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, I just did. Oh my god, it doesn't accept TSVs. Jesus. Alright, so let's see, can XSV convert it? XSV to CSV. Let's see, convert. Let me open a terminal. Let me have XSV installed. Okay, back to my cursor. In XSV, let me copy and paste from Finder. Let's do this one. So select. Cool, so it was able to parse so There we go. So let's do, this is another good example, data. X.csv. Let's take a look at this. Yep, this is amazing. So now I can come into here, and I use Airtable as a no copy path. I use Airtable as a, there's this quote of, yeah, the import experience is so good, where you have this pop-up and you can like manipulate stuff. I like find that amazing. It's pretty good. It's just expensive in terms of compute. All right, fire. This is a great example. And I really like this pinned experience. But what I wanted to look into is I really like this, where it feels like a cohesive. So let's add another one. It feels like a cohesive experience. So I actually think I'm gonna do that. So if we were to go to our implementation, it feels so segregated. So I'm gonna join it, which is kind of what I was going back. Remember when I was doing the spacing? I did not like that. So yeah, I agree that this kind of needs to be out of the row in a way. Where it's like you're dragging the clause. That's interesting. Are you dragging the and as well? Or are you considering the and part of it? Or no? Yeah, I think it makes sense to not consider it. So take this potentially out. But it's also fine to keep it encapsulated within. Because you reorder it. I think it's totally fine. Kind of makes the row a little bit easier to manipulate. So this is just called the condition, right? We have the query props here, and this is called the logical operator. So this is the logical operator. So let's just title that. This is called the logical operator. This is the column selector. This is the comparison operator. and this is the value. I think keep it. I think it'll make reasoning about the code a lot easier, but I still do think that that part requires separation. Yeah, you want to treat that part as a condition. Okay, let me remove this for a second. Okay, cool. So I actually think that this border is going to be gray. And I'm going to make this rounded. I'm not going to add any padding. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to remove this gap. And I'm going to remove any rounding here, because we're going to treat it as a unit. Nice. So instead, it's just going to have a border right with that gray. There is, for whatever reason, some gapping. We'll come to that. I'm not sure why. But I'll remove the bordering. This text center didn't even work, so I'm just gonna remove it. Yeah, I think this is a lot better. Beautiful. And to the degree that, like, maybe makes sense to not even have separators, you know what I mean? Like, does it make sense that you say, let's see, let's take a look. If we remove, the border is fixed now, by the way. If we remove bordering on the right, and the right section is null, let's say it loads like this. Yeah, I think it's nice to have the borders. And it's nice here to have the borders. And the one thing I will say is, like, can I flex this and justify centers? No, it's actually going to be in the input side, right? So nope. Can you just do text center? I think it might. It's just there's some weird thing here. So let me take a look. Let's inspect this. Let's take a look here. So yeah, I think this is what ends up happening. Here we go. And then yeah, if you remove the I forgot what the tailwind thing is, but also Mantine. Oh, I have to. Let me close this. So you can edit at the theme level, you can edit it in the CSS modules, you can access it, but how do I change it? So there's the styles, some class names. Here you can pass. I'm guessing, yeah, you can actually. I see. And yeah, I already removed the padding. That means I can actually make this, I think, smaller. But I will be a little bit more generous. If we did want to ever do this is looking amazing, by the way. Country is equal to EG. And here you're going to debounce the responsiveness. So it's going to be perfect. And it can be debounced like for like a little bit, like 500 ms, I think. All right, so this is looking amazing. Yeah, do you know why that happens? Tailwind, I always forget this. Padding, inline, end. So you just I need to say PE is 0 and PS is 0. I don't need to do this. I think the interesting thing will be that you kind of need to move to the right. But it's looking solid. It's looking super solid. I don't want to shadow it or anything. But I get the sense that maybe a 300 could even be better. Like, pops out a bit more. And maybe the ones inside can be a little bit more lax. No. Let's keep everything the same. I think people get the idea, right? Alright, now what else is on a row? There's the same experience that we had on the sorting, which is an X and a dragging boy. So let's get that from the sorting, guys. Let's take a look at what this looks like now. Nice, I really like this. I like that it's inside, actually. I don't think it needs any yeah, I don't think it needs anything else. Why is there an error? Oh yeah, just this. Yeah, it'd be nice to highlight the entire row, kind of the same implementation that we had in the sort pane. I've become obsessed with it. And then that's kind of it. Let's see if that works. It's looking amazing. So I think we've accomplished that for sure, of like building the This is the drag handle. It's fucking fire. We just had to change a couple of things here. Come on, cursor. It's probably reading this file, which is massive, so I can't stop it. It's probably gonna crash on me. I also do need to drop. This has been great. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Another day, another dollar. But more importantly, another build. And I'm very, very happy and excited to be doing this. So thank you for, if you're tuning in, if anybody's watching this, I'm happy that you are, but I'm also happy to be going on this journey, even if I'm doing it alone, just documenting this build out. It's been really fun. All right, let's commit and let's call it. One last look at what we built today. This nice, beautiful row. We're still gonna need to do a lot of work to get it to fully work, but it's a step in the right direction. Very exciting. All right, thank you for tuning in. Without further ado, peace out.